Welcome back to Beyond the Dugout, presented by Visit Las Vegas. We've got Jacob Wilson here. We're talking all-star rookie shortstop, the man who has made a ton of noise all season long. We have for you right now. Jay Willie, thanks for joining us. You've talked about this a lot, but I know it's an interesting path that you have traveled to get to the big leagues. Your father has been a major part of it every step of the way. And when dad grows up to be a big leaguer and you grow up with a big leaguer, it only seems fitting that you find yourself in the big leagues. How influential, and I understand from little league to high school through college, he's been a part of it, but at what point did you realize, you know what, like this dude might actually know what he's talking about?
Yeah, I think it was kind of once I got to college. You know, you're in high school, you want to go everything against dad says, you want to be your own player, and then you kind of start to realize, like, yeah, you play this game for a long time. Like, you got to start listening, and once I got to college, when I was kind of off on my own, making phone calls daily, just after fall ball practices, after games, whatever it was, and just talking baseball with him, just the details and the information that he had for me that really helped me be successful at the college level. That was when it really started, clicking for me to be able to be a better baseball player, learning through him.
Well, I mean, we have so much fun as kids playing this game and taking ground balls, taking BP. Doesn't matter if it's at the Little League field, in the backyard, in the cage, whatever it is. What was the funnest part of learning the game of baseball from a guy like your father at such a young age? What was it a ground ball routine that was something that you were latching onto that was different than anybody else? Was it a BP routine that was different? Just what was one of the funner things that you can remember as a little kid?
Yeah, I think just being able to compete against him. Ground balls, we always made it a kind of like a competition.
Games.
Like, we want to, least errors wins in ground balls right now, whether it's tennis ball, baseball, or trying to strike each other out. Obviously, when I was younger, he would always beat me, but I think that really built the competitiveness inside me.
Sure.
Where I wanted to go out every day and be the best player I could be on the field. And that started with, just the routine in the backyard that I had, with my dad. And, I think it's just carried me throughout my entire career, just being able to build that competitiveness that really started when, I was playing against him growing up my entire life.
Speaking of the competitiveness, I think one of the funnest things about you, and everybody in the baseball world, unless they've been living under a rock, has been informed of what you are capable of with the wand in your hand, because it is a magic wand. But before you start swinging this damn thing, it looks like you're having seizures in the box at times. Like, how did we develop this stance? Because your ability to put the bat on the ball, your hand-eye coordination is the elite of the elite. So you had to get there somehow through trial and error. What was that like, developing the stance and the swing?
Yeah, I think the stance has always been the same.
Okay. Really?
It's always
so
been.
High school, college, you've been up there?
Ever since I was like 10 years old.
Okay.
Like moving around like crazy. I think that's always just like kind of been my thing, where I needed to move in order to feel like a good athlete.
It's just rhythm? Is it a rhythm thing?
It's just like a rhythm thing that, it just kind of builds up into my load. And I was never an athlete that could be still. They produce a lot of power. And for me, I just always like being moving and getting in the legs as much as I can. It's always been the same since, like, I have videos when I was 8-10 years old of doing the same stuff I'm doing now. I just wiggling the box, kind of doing this whole thing. It's just always kind of been my thing in the box I need to do in order to get ready to hit pitchers.
What has there been an adjustment that you have had to make, we'll say, from the minor league level to the big league level, in terms of getting ready just a little quicker, getting to your firing position just a little quicker? Or has it, for the most part, and I believe I've seen this, has it just sort of translated?
Yeah, I think that it has some sort of translate, just being able to keep playing baseball, but there are specific adjustments that you need to make in the big leagues, like getting that firing point a little bit earlier. These guys start to throw harder, they start making better pitches, so you got to be ready a little bit earlier in order to hit those guys. But I think the only thing for me is just being able to load early, stay on time, and just kind of adjust into playing in the big leagues every day. This is kind of a different sport up here than what it is in the minor league and college, and you got to learn to adapt. Like, the best athletes adapt to this game. I think that you just got to go out there and be able to make adjustments, at bat to at bat, and as quick as you can. I think that's the difference between guys up here. They make adjustments so quickly, and that's where you got to, kind of start to learn, as a hitter, and, even on defense, just being able to make those adjustments as quick as you can. That's
what's been so fun, is at such a young age, you have made those adjustments, and very, very timely. Have you had your aha moment yet? And it might come different for a guy like you, again, who's spent childhood growing up in a big league clubhouse. So you're used to the day in, the day outs. You're used to superstars being friends, being like hybrid babysitters for you almost. Have you had that moment though? Because you're on the top of the list when it comes to young stars in our game. So you might not be starstruck by individuals, but there's some pretty good dudes playing this game that you played against as well. So have you had that moment?
I would say yes. I think especially at the All-Star game, being able to be in the same clubhouse as a pre-game, watching what they do before the game, and overall just kind of start building, I guess, friendships along the way.
Sure.
When guys get to second base, I get to talk to them, and then catchers, when you get to play, you get to talk to them as well, and then every time you see them, every time you play them, it's a friendly conversation. You get to meet guys, and obviously get to follow them throughout their careers after that, follow them on Instagram, whatever it is, and just be able to kind of have that mutual friendship on the field, which was something that's super cool to me. I met a bunch of guys at the All-Star game, like I said, a bunch of guys when they get to second base, when we play in the regular season, and it's been awesome. I've been super appreciative of them, and just be able to, like I said, build those friendships.
Is there something more fabulous? I need something to chase, something to melt this face. I need Las Vegas. It's too much and never enough. Oh, welcome to fabulous. It's spectacular, outrageous, impossible stuff. You'll stop and yell, welcome to fabulous.
Well, we are going Beyond the Dugout, presented by Visit Las Vegas. So I want to take you just a little further beyond the dugout that you call home here. And can you share your experience playing baseball in Las Vegas? Just maybe the atmosphere, the field, just the idea of playing in what we'll call Sin City, and what comes with that, and maybe what you think about and what could come in the future.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be phenomenal. Obviously, when my time in AAA with our Las Vegas team there, I think we had great crowds pretty much every day.
Right.
Especially on the weekends, a lot of people wanted to come to the games, and obviously I've been to a couple Golden Knights games as well. They pack the house, and those are electric.
Wild times.
Crazy, yeah.
Wild.
I love being able to go be a fan and go to those games, experience what Vegas has for the sports community, and I think that when we get there, I have full belief it's going to be the same way, and I'm super excited to see what the future holds. Obviously it's a city that's crazy all the time. So many people there. Obviously all the casinos, all the hotels, the malls, everything that's there. I think they're super excited to be able to go there and see what Vegas has to offer, and being able to be a part of that sports community.
It's pretty clear that what comes with Las Vegas. So now let's go hypothetical here. I'm dropping you and the boys in Vegas. You got 24 hours to just tear it up, to get after it, whatever you want to do. Are we going to shows? Is it a sporting event? I mean, what does a night for you with complete and total freedom look like in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I think definitely a Golden Knights game is
to get it started.
Yeah, on the agenda for sure. And I've been to a couple of those. They're awesome. I'd love to go back. There are a couple of big malls there that I would definitely go.
You a foodie?
Here and there.
Ish.
Yeah. I like going to the nice restaurants they have there, and then the malls that they have there as well. I think that that's definitely something I hit with the boys. Maybe a couple of casinos here and there.
No doubt.
If you're with the boys, you gotta have to. Maybe we'll go get our craps table with all the guys.
Craps table, there we go. So I was gonna ask you, is it blackjack? Are we on the back row? Like, where are we throwing dollars down?
It's kind of where all the boys want to go. We move as one group, so it could be blackjack, craps, whatever it is. I think I'm definitely that's kind of what my night would definitely look like there. I think that a show is definitely in there as well. The shows that they have,
incredible.
Incredible. They're awesome. So I think that all that right there in my 24 hours would definitely all be jam packed in those types.
Just remember to fire off the text. Remember to fire off the text. All right. I know you're a huge gamer, and I love video games as well. So Vegas has a pretty cool. It's on a bubble. It's a little ball. It's the Sphere. Jacob Wilson. Yeah. We're talking Sphere. And if you could hook up the video Legos to the Sphere, what game are you blasting on the Sphere for the entire world to see? I mean, this is your player ranking up there for everybody to see. Like, this is ranked mode. What are we grinding on?
Yeah, you said no Fortnite.
No Fortnite. Fortnite-less.
That's my highest rank though. That's the problem.
Okay, so Fortnite.
But if we're gonna go game 2, Rocket League's my big second game.
Really?
Yeah. I love playing Rocket League with the boys back home, and that's my second best rank in all video games. So I definitely go Rocket League. That game's pretty fun.
Is there something more fabulous? I need something to chase, something to melt this face. I need Las Vegas. It's too much and never enough. Oh, welcome to fabulous. It's spectacular, outrageous, impossible stuff. You'll stop and yell, welcome to
All right, Beyond the Dugout, presented by Visit Las Vegas. The last question I want to ask you, because you are such an integral part of what this team is all about, the future. Lawrence Butler has spoken about what it's like to be a young member of an extremely bright and extremely powerful and potent future here for the green and gold. How important is it for you to be able to wear the colors with pride and showcase for everybody else who's had questions, who's had opinions about what this team is capable of? How important is it for you to sort of just show them what this young group is all about?
Yeah, I think it's everything. Obviously, being able to wear, the jersey, just be able to go out there and, represent the team that, drafted me, a couple of years ago, and just be able to, obviously they took a chance on me as a, young guy coming out of college, and, I'm forever grateful for that. But, obviously we have the young squad here that everybody's been talking about. It's awesome to just be a part of it. You see all the guys, I think we kind of thrive off each other. You see guys have great games, and you see, all the guys kind of fire around each other.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does well together. Everybody kind of sticks together. We all hang out in the clubhouse. I think that, the future of this, franchise is super bright. We're super excited to be a part of it and be the young core that's here right now. I think that, for us, we all want to, play together as long as we can, however long that may be. But, like I said, we're just super blessed to be here and be able to show people that we could be the young team that they want to see, each and every day, and eventually, obviously see in the playoffs and, further down in the future. So, we're just excited to be a part of the squad, and, like I said, super looking forward to looking in the future and being a part of the guys.
I like what you're putting down, my friend, and you are one of the brightest stars in a galaxy of stars we have, Jay Willie.
I appreciate
that, my man. A ton of fun to watch, and I know you're only getting better. That is Beyond the Dugout, presented by Visit Las Vegas, with rookie all-star shortstop, maybe your rookie of the year, maybe your American League batting champ, Jacob Wilson.